All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7 o'clock. We will call the Dumfries Town Council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Councilman Brown. Councilman Fields.
Here.
Councilwoman Miles.
Present.
Councilwoman Neville.
Present.
Councilman Pete. Vice Mayor Nickerson.
Here.
Mayor Wood. Vice Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that Councilman Brown and Pete are absent for illnesses and Mayor Wood is traveling for town business.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll have a moment of silent prayer. Okay, and we'll stand. Councilman Fields, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Okay, thank you. Can we get a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
It's been moved, it's been second. Next, we have the awards and proclamations. First,
Yeah.
oh, we have to vote. Thank you. I'm gonna need y'all to keep me honest. Otherwise, I will zoom right through this. Okay, so call for the vote, please, for the adoption of the agenda. All right, Councilman Fields?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miles?
Aye.
Councilwoman Neville?
Aye.
And that's a yes for me. Motion pass. Okay, now we'll move to the awards and proclamations. Proclamation for Small Business Saturday. So we have a proclamation for Small Business Saturday. Whereas the government of Dumfries, Virginia celebrates our local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and community. And whereas according to the United States Small Business Administration, there are 32.5 million small businesses in the United States. Small businesses represent 99.7% of firms with paid employees. Small businesses are responsible for 62% of net new jobs created since 1995. And small businesses employ 46.8% of the employees in the private sector in the United States. And whereas 79% of consumers understand the importance of supporting the small businesses in their communities on Small Business Saturday, 70% report the day makes them want to encourage others to shop small, independently owned retailers, and 66% report that the day makes them want to shop small all year long. And whereas 58% of shoppers reported they shopped online with a small business and 54% reported they dine or ordered takeout from a small restaurant, bar, or cafe on Small Business Saturday in 2021. And whereas Dumfries, Virginia supports our local businesses that create jobs, boost our local economy, and preserve our communities. And whereas advocacy groups as well as public and private organizations across the county have endorsed that Saturday after Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday, now therefore be it proclaimed by the Town Council of Dumfries, Virginia, do hereby proclaim November 26, 2022 as Small Business Saturday in the town of Dumfries, Virginia, and urge the residents of our community and communities across the county, the country, to support small businesses and merchants on Small Business Saturday and throughout the year by order of the council. Okay. We do not have anyone here to receive this, do we, Mr. Rogers? Okay. All right. Moving on, the next proclamation is recognizing Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Councilwoman Neville, please.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Nickerson. Greetings to the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Whereas Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated was founded on November 12th, 1922 in Indianapolis, Indiana, by 7 trailblazing educators: Mary Lou Allison Gardner Little, Dorothy Hanley Whiteside, Vivian Irene White Marbury, Nanny Mae Gon Johnson, Hattie Mae Annette Doolin Redford, Bessie Mae Downey Rhodes Martin, and Kubina McClure. Whereas Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated is a 100,000 member plus nonprofit collegiate sorority dedicated to the encouragement and promotion of high scholastic attainment, community service, and improvement in the quality of life through its chapters, members, and affiliates located throughout the United States, South Korea, Bermuda, Africa, Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Canada, Germany, and the United Arab Emirates. And whereas it is the mission of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated to enhance the quality of life for women and their families in the United States and globally through community service, civil, and social action. And whereas their goal is to achieve greater progress in the areas of education, health, awareness, and leadership development. Its members, affiliates, staff, and community partners work to create and support initiatives that align with their vision. And whereas the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated visualize a world in which all women and their families reach their full potential in all aspects of life and are able to create unlimited opportunities for future generations. Whereas the local members of the Iota Epsilon Sigma Northern Virginia Alumni Chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated has consistently supported, enhanced, and partnered with the town of Dumfries for our community programming. And whereas Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated is celebrating their centennial year of enhancing communities worldwide through sisterhood, respect, honesty, accountability, integrity, excellence, and communication. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Town Council of Dumfries, Virginia, do hereby proclaim their Founders Day of November 12th as Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated Day in the town of Dumfries, Virginia. And we congratulate the ladies and wish them continued success in their centennial year. Thank you for your 100 years of service. And we look forward to an additional 100 years of excellence as we move forward. And special congratulations to our town clerk, Ms. Tangi Hill. I promised you all. I'm gonna get in the picture. Please, if they stand here, can you get?
Thank you.
You're welcome to the podium.
I just wanted to thank the town of Dumfries. We've been really working hard with you guys, and I look forward to continuing working with you. As the new president of the chapter, I'm excited about some of the things that we have in store and some of the ideas that we have. So I appreciate this. Thank you so much. I'm a little hoarse because I just came in from Indianapolis yesterday, but yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for your service to the community. Okay, moving on. Next, the approval of the minutes.
Vice Mayor, I move we approve the minutes from
Second.
November 1st.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All right, any discussion? We ready to call for the vote? Councilwoman Neville?
Yes, Vice Mayor, I will abstain as I was not at the last meeting.
Okay, do we have enough do we have to go through anything to approve it?
No,
There's-
you have to be a majority, so.
Okay. Okay, all right. Councilwoman Miles,
Aye.
Councilman Fields?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, and that's a yes for me. Vote passes 3-1-0, is that right? All right. 3-0-1, okay. All right, thank you. All right, citizen comment period. Do we have anyone signed up to speak? The citizen comment period.
Yes, ma'am, we do. Miss Ebony Lofton, she's speaking on Community Safety Civic Association.
Ms. Lofton, the microphone is yours, and Ms. Hill, will you monitor the time, please? Thank you.
My name is Ebony Lofton. I live on Milroy Drive here in Dumfries. I think Ms. Hill just stated it was sort of a slash there. As most of you know, unfortunately, there was a dead man on my street. There was a shooting in the neighborhood of South Cove. Hats out to the town of Dumfries Police Department for their assistance, particularly Officer Sweet, and I forgot the other officer's name, who were there with me at 7-something in the morning, trying to deal with it. But obviously, this is something that is continuing in Prince William County, and Dumfries is no different. So I'm certainly hoping that, as we've talked before, Chief, about the idea of a neighborhood watch, some sort of community maybe conversations or a community town hall of some sort to discuss these issues and how we together can address them. But furthermore, I think it would be absolutely wonderful in the town of Dumfries if a civic committee, a civic association could be established. I know that Dale City has one that rivals many in the area and has been established for plenty of years, but I think it's something that could be great with the town of Dumfries. And so I am working on a nonprofit organization that I think could help facilitate that. I think it would be something great that all of the neighborhoods, if you will, a representative and an alternate from each neighborhood, like Port of Dumfries, South Cove, Prince William Estates, could all come together and not just deal with the tough issues, but some nice things too. Juneteenth is coming up. Maybe the community could get together for Juneteenth, or Black History Month, or some of the other holidays or events that perhaps might just be conducted through the town could include the community. Lastly, I would be remiss if I did not say that congratulations to those of you who were reelected, and particularly, I didn't, the mayor is not here, but congratulations to Mayor Wood. I think that pink lady gave him a little run for his money, but I hope that he's paying attention enough that the citizens of Dumfries now can look forward to the future. I thank you all so much for your time. God bless.
Madam Clerk, is there anyone else signed up to speak?
Not tonight, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. All right, moving on to reports and presentations. Town manager?
Yes, thank you, Vice Mayor. My report is included in tonight's meeting packet, but I wanted to take the opportunity to highlight a few of the examples of the great work for our town staff. Our DMV, our customer service center, that is a full service customer service center. They have been, I would like to just extend my appreciation and thanks to the staff down there as they have been doing an excellent job exceeding our revenue projections for that operation, even at this point in the fiscal year, and beyond just exceeding the revenue projections, but really providing the excellent customer service, which is what we hoped and designed that customer service center to do. I also want to highlight our staff that works on our open data portal. The data and information that's provided on that portal has been recognized by the Commonwealth of Virginia as one of the only few localities within the Commonwealth that has a portal that provides the data that is federated with the Commonwealth. And so that aids in our transparency, not only at the local level, but also for the state and across the nation. I also want to commend our police department. We understand that there are issues in all communities across the country, but their commitment to community policing, hosting events as recently as Halloween and the upcoming events that they'll have this holiday season, I want to already extend my appreciation to the staff there. And I could go on and on, Vice Mayor, but I would be remiss if I didn't highlight those particular items. And I'm available for any questions if there are any by the council. Thank you.
All right, opening the floor for council comments on the town manager report. Councilwoman Neville?
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Mr. Rogers, thank you, and I'd like to thank the police department.
Is your mic on?
Oh.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Rogers, I was thanking you, your staff and the police department, especially our chief and staff coming out and reading to the children a couple of weeks ago. That was amazing. Thank you for the work you all do in the community. I'm just taking the extra steps to just embrace and get to know and be engaged in our community. That's wonderful. So thank you for all that. But town manager, it's my last time getting to ask you these questions as a councilman. So any updates in the employment section of the town? Like I see something was there and it's not there. And do you have an update to share?
With the last time we discussed this, it'll be in our upcoming newsletter, which is coming out any day now. So I don't want to spoil the newsletter.
Okay, so I noticed that planning zoning administrator, that position is no longer on the website. So I look forward to, and I think I said this the last time we talked about it, it's almost like replay. I thought the newsletter would have been out, but I look forward to learning about that and seeing an update in our newsletter.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure the people will too.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see, another question, the self-defense courses, especially with everything going on, the uptick of crime, not just in Dumfries, this is a nationwide thing, even at my school. What about the self-defense courses we talked about in the past?
So two updates on that front. We've been in contact regarding the self-defense class. They are in demand right now, so I don't believe that we will be able to have a class before we get through the end of the calendar year, but we are working on dates for early as possible in 2023. We are also working on an MOU with the county to provide recreational services and classes at the former site of the Triangle Rescue Squad. And as soon as that is completed, we will bring that to the council. And we're also hoping that those classes will not only be recreational, but educational.
Well, that's a good way to shut me up. So, because that follows up on what I asked the last time, and I am happy to hear that. And I would like to be updated as a citizen. So, December 31st, 11:59, put my email address on the community PIO. So I look forward to that. That's exciting. And that is just wonderful news. for the community, and that's going to make an indelible impact. So I stand at ease. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Okay, anybody else had any questions before I ask mine? No, so I have two questions. One for you, Town Manager, the data portal. You mentioned that the data portal was recognized as providing transparency at the local level and the county level. Tell us a little bit more about the recognition that it's received for its transparency.
Well, in Virginia, all local governments have the opportunity or are required to keep certain records and provide information to the public as we are public institutions. So the Commonwealth of Virginia has an open data portal that provides unique access to various amounts of information across its agencies. And there are a few local governments that also federate their data with the Commonwealth of Virginia, and Dumfries is one of those localities.
All right, that's pretty awesome. I like to hear that. That just speaks to some of the great things that we are doing here in Dumfries, and again, just kind of setting a blueprint for other localities to see the great things that we're doing. And that transparency is very important to our citizens, because we have heard citizens ask about, transparency and how it is important to them. So being able to provide that transparency is very important. So I'm happy to hear your report on that. My next question is about the crime, and I don't know if I should direct it to you or to the police chief.
Chief, I'll take this one if it's okay with you.
Okay, so as far as the crime is concerned, so violence it seems to be spiking. The violence, there's been a lot of gun violence. There's even been political violence for that matter. One of the questions that I've seen, or comments that I've seen, is, when we debated about whether or not we would bring Rosie's to the town of Dumfries, there was a lot of concern over the perception of Rosie's and the crime that a business of the like would bring to the town of Dumfries, because of the negative connotations of it being, the type of business it is. And that there was a fear and concern of the crime that it would bring. My understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong and educate me, is that the crime that we're seeing, tell me whether or not there is any direct correlation to that business. Is Rosie's, the crime that we're seeing, is there correlation? Has there been an uptick because of that business that we have here? Is that a point of concern that we need to worry about moving forward, knowing that we do have a bigger establishment coming and that people do still have concern over whether or not that establishment is going to bring about more crime, considering the gun violence and things of that nature? I just want to know whether or not we're seeing crime taking place because of Rosie's, and whether or not it's something that we need to really worry about.
Thank you. Well, I would first approach it by saying one incident of violence is too many for our community. And so I want to be respectful of the issues that go on in the various neighborhoods across the country. But to be more specific, we, in looking at our information and our data, have noticed no increase in any type of crime as it relates to Rosie's in their current development. And in fact, Rosie's has been a tremendous community partner, not only in just their philanthropic efforts and being a successful business within the community, but also their commitment to safety and security and working with our police department. Additionally, our police department continues to be committed to safety, and so has worked with not only Rosie's, but other businesses and associations throughout the community to make sure that we're doing everything that we can. And speaking to the future development, we understand that any type of business that's going to bring additional people must have safety at the forefront in terms of making sure that just utilizing the business or patroning a park is a safe activity to do. So the development was done and our police department was at the table in the developmental stages to make sure that we accommodate and control for the type of activity that's coming into the town, which will increase our visitors as well as hopefully residents.
Thank you. Chief, I think you did pretty good. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for offering that, those points of clarification.
And Vice Mayor,
Yes.
well, add one thing. Of course, Keith has said enough, our town manager has said enough. But in my visits to the Roses, their internal security staff is top notch. They are very professional and they go the extra mile to work with the police department and with our town.
Mhm, mhm. And I'll just make a point that the reason I ask that question is because, to the town manager's point, any incident of violence is one too many. And I think we all can agree on that. I just think that sometimes because of, what we see on TV, we tend to misassociate certain types of businesses with crime and that perception, that negative connotation. And I just wanted to make sure that we were not misappropriately labeling certain businesses with that. Because to the town manager's point, since that particular business has been here in our community, they have been an absolute stellar community partner. And I would like for that to be known rather than any negative connotations of their presence here in our community. So I just wanted to just kind of put that out there. All right, moving on. Next, we have action item for the public hearing. Town manager, did you want to speak to that? Or Nick, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Tonight before the town council, I am presenting the application for the conditional use permit CUP 2022-002. Next slide, please. The applicant before you all tonight is Le Soleil des Shores. I hope I am pronouncing that close to correctly. Le Soleil des Shores. Okay, was correct. Thank you. The proposal is the approval of a conditional use permit to allow operation of a childcare facility in suites 201 and 202 of 17606 Main Street, which is the site of Liberty Village Shopping Plaza. And suite 201 and 202 are on the top floor. So there are 2 floors there. It could be accessed by stairs or by the elevator. So it is accessible for parents who might be bringing young children who in car seats and other things and other carriers. The site is zoned B1, which allows childcare facilities through the CUP approval process. Next slide, please. Up on the screen right currently, these are the criteria by which town council is to evaluate this application, and I'm not going to read through them for you, but they are included in the staff report that I provided on page 2. Next slide, please. The location and character of the site, as I stated before, this site is Liberty Village Shopping Plaza. The site is 1.16 acres. It's located in the intersection of Main Street and Possum Point Road. There's one primary structure on the site. The applicant's going to be occupying approximately 3,000 square feet of the building, which that's 2 suites. And these 2 suites, as I said before, are on the top floor. There are approximately 90 parking spaces on site. There are 16 required for the proposed use. The childcare facility in the application that I am included tonight at the that I included at the dais for you all. They state that they're going to operate from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and they may adjust that based on the amount of children they have there, and also to meet the demand of the surrounding area as well. Next slide, please. To go to the comprehensive plan, this site is in the upper right-hand corner, the very top. It is located in what the Main Street small area plan shows as the planned Main Street area. So the purpose of this area is to allow for a mix of not only commercial uses, but residential as well. And this project, staff feels that this is a great fit for the area. It will enable residents to not only walk to the site with their children possibly, but also the site itself is easy to access by car as well. It has a large parking lot. It's going to be very easy for those to navigate to and from the site. And it brings what I believe to be the third or fourth childcare center into the town of Dumfries, which with the future growth we're projecting in the town, it's going to be needed. And that's something that, you know, at this point, it's better to have a project like this right now. So they are established and ready to go when we have new residents coming into the town. Next slide, please. Staff has determined that the proposed development is consistent with the comprehensive plan, as I stated before. The use will benefit the residents of the town of Dumfries by locating a quality daycare facility within the Main Street area. Staff concludes that the development proposal will not adversely affect the health, safety, and general welfare of the persons occupying and neighboring the site. Next slide, please. Staff recommends the town council approve CUP 2022-002, subject to the following development conditions. I'd like to note as well that these development conditions are the standard development conditions that we include in every CUP application that comes before the town council. And to add on to that before I end my presentation, the planning commission also recommended approval of this project at its November 14th planning commission meeting. The applicant is here tonight. So if you all have any questions for myself or want to hear from the applicant, feel free. Thank you, town council, for your time tonight.
Thank you, Nick. I would like to open it up to the council to address Nick, if you have any questions for Nick. Let's go to the public hearing first. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can take questions first. Anybody from the council have any questions for Nick?
I do have a question for the applicant, but I can.
Okay. Would the applicant like to come up and? Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and thank you for your application and wanting to do business here in the town of Dumfries. You know, we're a thriving community, so that's always a great thing. But I do have a couple questions about the childcare facility. Do you know around about how many kids you're expecting to attend? Have a maximum?
Yes, our max is between 35 and 40.
Oh, I'm sorry.
35 to 40.
35, okay. And just one other question. I don't know if you're aware of this necessarily, but there's only one childcare center in the county that deals with children with special needs and intellectual disabilities.
Mm.
Do you have any consideration for that demographic as well? Because right now, as Nick mentioned, and he put it so eloquently, in this area, there's a need for it. But what we're seeing is special needs kids are kind of being left out of that conversation again. So do you have any programs in mind? Are there any like aides that will come in? Or are you open to children with significant intellectual disabilities as well?
Well, that isn't something that we have in our immediate plan. But as we start to grow, we will, that will be one of the things that we will incorporate, along with some other things. It's as far as just subsidizing within the community for people who need help with that. So, but those are things that we're looking to grow into. But for now, we don't, but we will.
Okay, all right, thank you for that. I just wanted to put that on your radar.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. All right, listen.
Councilman Fields?
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for your interest in putting your business in the town of Dumfries. It's one thing I always ask the town manager when we have these CUPs come up, where is the applicant? You take the time to put forth your application. You ought to be present when it's present with the public as well. And I'm glad you're here representing. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. It means you care about your process and you're trying to see the whole process through. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you. My wife, who is very passionate about the care of kids, and had this vision, and she brought me on as a partner in this, and I decided to help support her in this vision, and here we are tonight. So thank you for allowing us to be here and speak.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Neville?
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Welcome to Dumfries.
Thank you.
Thank you for choosing Dumfries, and I think you made a wise choice in your location, because all the other businesses in the village there deal with youth. You got the orthodontist there. I know there was a doctor there at one time.
Yes.
Dealt with children, a lot of children businesses over there. So I
Yes,
think you made a wise choice, and I wish you all the best.
thank you.
Thank you for
And
choosing Dumfries.
thank you.
Thank you.
And also, I want to say something about Mr. Cleveland, the owner of the building. He's a wonderful man. And without him, we would not be here today. He's such a great person. He just wonderful.
Yeah.
He's always there, when we need him. And we are very blessed and glad that we made that move, with him. And thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right, well, thank you for choosing Dumfries.
Thank you.
So we will go ahead and open the public hearing for public comment. Is there anyone from the public here to speak during public comment time for this? We will go ahead and open it for public hearing.
Yes, Mayor, no one has signed up to speak tonight. I don't know if
Okay.
there's anyone in the public that desires to speak.
Well, we only have one person here. Did you plan on speaking for this? No? Okay. All right, so with that said, we can close the public hearing.
Vice Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the CUP application.
It's been moved.
Second.
It's been second. Calling for the question. Councilwoman Neville? Aye. Councilman Fields?
Aye.
Councilwoman Miles?
Aye.
It's a yes for me. All right, the motion carries. And this meeting is adjourned.